Welcome back to our channel, friends. What if we told you? Your entire life is shaped not by your circumstances, but by your mind, your success, your happiness, your future. It all begins with one thing: your mindset. A weak mind creates excuses. A strong mind creates results. This video is your reminder that your mind is your power. If you can control it, you can change anything. Let's begin with the first powerful rule. Rule 1. Control your inner voice. Every day, you talk to someone more than anyone else. Do you know who? Yourself. That little voice inside your head. It can be your best friend or your biggest enemy. If your mind says, "I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I'm too late," then you've already lost before you've even tried. But when your mind says, "I'll try again, I will learn, I will grow, I will win," then nothing can stop you. Example: there was a boy named Ryan, a shy teenager in America. He failed his first public speaking competition. His hands shook. He forgot his words. People laughed. That night, he sat in his room, hearing a voice in his head say, "You embarrassed yourself. Don't ever do this again." But then something happened. He stood up and said out loud, "No, I will not quit. I will train. I will become better." He began practicing in front of the mirror every day. He recorded his voice and watched his mistakes. He joined a speaking club. 1 year later, Ryan returned to the same stage. And this time, he won. He didn't just win the competition. He won against his own mind. The lesson: if you don't train your inner voice, it will always tell you to stop. But if you choose to speak with strength, belief, and hope, then even your worst days will become steps to success. Train your inner voice like a muscle. Every day, remind yourself, "I am getting better. I am focused. I am unstoppable." Because your mind listens to everything you say. Rule 2. Break mental limits. Your mind believes what you feed it. Most people fail not because they are weak, but because they've been taught to believe they are weak. They carry invisible chains in their minds. Chains made of fear, doubt, and limitation. These chains were not placed by fate. They were placed by words, experiences, and repeated beliefs. Let's understand this with an example. Example: there was a boy named Jason, a student from a small town in the USA. Since childhood, everyone told him, "You are not smart like your brother. You're slow at learning. You will never go far." He started believing these words. He stopped trying. He began to live a small life. Not because he couldn't grow, but because his mind was caged. Then one day, his school counselor gave him a book. The title said, "You become what you believe." At first, Jason laughed, but something changed. He started to write down new beliefs. "I am improving. I learn my way. I can grow smarter every day." Every morning, he read those lines. After 6 months, something happened. His scores improved. He joined a science club. He won a small award for innovation. Not because his brain changed, but because his mindset changed. The lesson: your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, positive or negative thoughts, will grow. If you plant doubt, you'll grow fear. If you plant belief, you'll grow confidence. When you say, "I'm bad at math," "I always fail, nobody likes me," then your mind builds that reality around you. But if you say, "I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm becoming stronger every day," then your mind opens new doors you never imagined before. Action steps. 1. Catch your negative thoughts. Notice what you're telling yourself when things go wrong. 2. Replace them immediately. Say the opposite out loud, even if you don't believe it yet. 3. Write positive truths daily. Use affirmations like, I am growing. My future is bigger than my past. I am not my mistakes. 4. Surround yourself with growth. Listen to empowering voices. Watch motivational videos. Read uplifting stories. Your mind is a mirror of what you feed it. So feed it courage, not fear. Feed it hope, not regret. Feed it vision, not limitation. Because the moment you break your mental limits, you don't just change your thoughts, you change your life. Rule 3. What you focus on expands. Train your mind to see the right things. In this part, we'll explore a truth that most people ignore. What you focus on grows. Let me say that again. If you focus on pain, it grows. If you focus on progress, it grows. If you focus on what's wrong in your life, you'll see more of it. If you focus on what's right, your life starts to shine. Your mind works like a flashlight. Imagine walking in a dark room with a flashlight. Wherever you point the light, that's what you see. You could shine it on the dirt, or on the gold, on the broken wall, or on the beautiful painting. That flashlight is your focus, and what you focus on becomes your reality. Your life may have 100 things going on, 10 bad, 90 good. But if you only focus on the 10 bad, your mind will say, life is horrible. But if you shift your focus to the 90 good, your mind will say, I am blessed. Story: the boy who saw only the bad. Let's talk about Jacob, a 19-year-old student from Chicago. Jacob had everything: a loving family, good health, food to eat, books to study. But he had a habit of focusing on what he didn't have. Why don't I have a car like others? Why is my phone old? Why can't I speak like those confident people? Every day he fed these thoughts. He became sad, quiet, and disconnected. Then one day his uncle gave him a challenge. For 1 week, every morning, write 5 things you're thankful for. He did. At first, it felt fake, but slowly, something started to shift. He began to see the good. I have a brain that can learn. I have legs to walk to college. I have people who care. He started walking with a straighter back. He started smiling more. He applied for a part-time job and got it. He began saving for the car he once complained about. His world didn't change. His focus did. And that changed everything. Why this rule matters. If your mind is always looking for what's missing, you will always feel empty. If your mind is trained to notice what's possible, you will always find a way forward. This is the secret of unstoppable people. They focus on growth. They focus on what they can do, not what they can't. Train your focus. Daily exercise. Step 1. Morning power. Question: ask yourself every morning, what is one thing I can be proud of today? Write the answer. Feel it. Focus on it. Step 2. Change the lens. If a bad thing happens, shift the focus. Ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Where is the hidden gift? Step 3. Use positive filters. Start noticing small good things. A smile from a stranger, a good meal, a lesson you learned, a new idea, a small improvement in yourself. Make a list every night. Watch your focus shift. Remember, your life is shaped by what you choose to see. Choose to see power. Choose to see strength. Choose to see beauty, growth, and purpose, even in challenges. Because when your focus changes, your feelings change, your actions change, and eventually, your entire life changes. Let's keep moving forward. Rule 4. Your thoughts create your identity. Become the person you think you are. We've seen how your focus shapes your reality, but now it's time to understand something deeper. You are not what the world says you are. You are what you say you are in your mind. This is the foundation of Rule 4. Your thoughts create your identity. Let's break this down in a way anyone can understand. Thoughts, beliefs, identity, life. Everything begins with a thought. A single thought repeated again and again becomes a belief. That belief becomes part of your identity, the way you see yourself. And your identity decides how you show up in life. So if someone constantly thinks, I'm lazy, I'm unlucky, I'm not smart, eventually that's how they will behave, even if it's not true. And the opposite is also true. If someone trains their mind to think, I can learn anything, I deserve success, I am disciplined, over time, those thoughts become who they are. The story of Mason, the boy who rewrote his identity. Let's meet Mason, a 17-year-old boy from Colorado. Mason had always believed he was just average. He wasn't the best at school. He wasn't the fastest at sports. He thought, some kids are born smart. I'm not one of them. That one belief controlled his actions. He never raised his hand in class. He skipped tryouts for the soccer team. He never dreamed big because he thought, what's the point? One day, his teacher gave a challenge. Write down 3 things you want to become. And for the next 30 days, talk to yourself like you already are those things. Mason laughed at first, but he did it. He wrote, I am a fast learner. I am confident when I speak. I am improving every day. Every morning, he looked in the mirror and said those lines, out loud. At first, it felt fake, but slowly, something changed. He started speaking up in class. He started solving problems faster. He started helping others, because now he believed he had something to offer. Mason didn't become someone else. He just became who he was always meant to be, because he rewired his mind, and his mind rewired his life. Identity is not fixed. It's flexible. Most people think identity is fixed. They say things like, that's just who I am. I've always been this way. I can't change. But science says the opposite. Neuroscientists have proven that your brain can reprogram itself. This is called neuroplasticity. It means you can create new thoughts, build new habits, and form a new identity. Starting today. You are not stuck. You're just repeating an old identity because your mind is playing an old script. The identity loop. Let's understand this loop with a simple example. 1. You think, I'm not good at public speaking. 2. So you avoid speaking in public. 3. You miss out on practice. 4. You stay nervous. 5. And your brain says, see? I told you this is called the identity loop, and it repeats endlessly. But you can break this loop with one new thought. Let's flip it. 1. You say, I'm learning to speak better. 2. You join a small speaking group. 3. You get better. 4. You feel proud. 5. Now your brain says, I can do this. One small change in thought equals massive change in identity. What to do now? Daily identity building. Here's how you can build a powerful identity. Step by step. Step 1. Choose who you want to be. Not what the world says, what you want. Do you want to be confident, disciplined, calm, focused, energetic, a leader? Pick 2 to 3 core identities. Step 2. Speak it daily. Every morning, say to yourself, I am confident and speak clearly. I am focused and finish what I start. I am growing stronger every day. It may feel strange, but your brain listens. Step 3. Act as if. Don't wait for proof. Act like the person you just described. If your identity is I am disciplined, then start making your bed, showing up on time, finishing tasks. Your actions will start shaping your reality. Example of identity shaping. Real life versus excuses. Let's say there's a girl named Claire. Claire wants to write a book, but she says, I've never been a writer. So what happens? She keeps waiting. She reads, but never writes. She says, I'll start next year. Now let's change the identity. Claire says, I am a writer. Every day I write, even if just one page. Now her brain looks for time, inspiration, and motivation. And over months, she becomes a published author. Same person, different identity. Warning: negative identity destroys growth. Beware of identities that sound small but are dangerous. I'm just lazy. I'm not a morning person. I'm not good with money. I can't stay consistent. I'm too old, too young. These are not facts. These are mental cages, and the key to freedom is this: you can change the story. You are the writer. You don't get in life what you want. You get in life who you believe you are. So speak powerfully, think powerfully, and build a new identity with your thoughts. The greatest success stories are not about lucky people. They are about people who rewrote who they are in their minds first. And then the world followed. Rule 5. Control your mental environment. Protect what enters your mind. We've already discovered how your thoughts become your identity. Now let's talk about something just as important, but often ignored. Your mind becomes what you feed it. If you want to control your future, you must first control your mental environment, the world inside and around your mind. Most people spend hours trying to fix their habits, their jobs, their diets, but they ignore the most powerful thing: what enters their brain every day. Let's go deep into Rule 5. Control your mental environment. Your mind is like a garden. Think of your mind like a garden. Whatever you plant in it grows. If you plant roses, you get beauty. If you plant poison ivy, you get pain. And here's the truth: the garden of your mind is always growing something. The question is, are you planting your thoughts with intention? Or are you letting the world dump garbage into it? Every day, your mind is absorbing news, social media, conversations, music, TV shows, comments from people, your own thoughts. Each of these is a seed. You don't see its effect immediately, but over time, it shapes your entire reality. The story of Logan, the boy who was always angry. Logan was 22, lived in Chicago, and worked in a delivery service. He was talented and smart, but always angry, frustrated, and unhappy. He didn't understand why. He said, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I work hard. So why do I feel so bad inside? One day someone asked him, what do you feed your mind every day? Logan thought about it. Here's what he realized. He woke up and scrolled negative news for 30 minutes. He listened to violent music with angry lyrics. At lunch, he watched fail videos, people falling, being embarrassed. His friends joked all day about how life sucks. At night, he watched TV shows full of cheating, lying, and drama. Suddenly, it all made sense. His mind wasn't the problem. The input was the problem. He was feeding his brain fear, anger, drama, pain, and expecting peace and success. That's like watering your garden with poison and expecting roses. Logan decided to make a small shift. He started his morning with a motivational video. He listened to podcasts about mindset while delivering packages. He read 10 pages of a positive book before bed. He stopped gossiping with friends. He unfollowed all toxic content. Within 3 weeks, Logan said, "I feel lighter. I smile more. I don't get angry like before." Why? Because he changed his mental environment. Garbage in equals garbage out. There's a rule in computer science, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. If you give a computer wrong code, it produces wrong results. Your brain is the same. If you watch toxic content, follow negative people, constantly hear sarcasm or complaints, read comments that make you doubt yourself, live around people who mock success, then don't be surprised if you feel stuck, lose energy, doubt your dreams, become lazy, feel small. You didn't become weak. You simply allowed mental garbage to pile up. Change what you feed your brain. If you want to upgrade your mind, here's what you must do. 1. Audit your input. For one day, write down everything your brain consumes. What music did you hear? What shows did you watch? What videos did you scroll? What conversations did you have? What thoughts repeated in your mind? You'll be shocked at how much mental pollution you are absorbing. 2. Eliminate the poison. Cut out one toxic input today. It could be a social media page, a news channel that spreads fear, a friend who complains all day, a video creator who promotes laziness or drama. Block, unfollow, walk away. Your peace is more important than their content. 3. Build a positive brain diet. Start feeding your mind powerful thoughts. Podcasts that teach confidence, audiobooks about success, motivational YouTube channels, positive affirmations, spiritual or calming music, guided meditations, conversations with people who think big. This is not fake positivity. This is mental nutrition. Surroundings shape your thinking. Have you ever noticed? When you're in a messy room, your mind feels stressed. When you talk to someone calm, you also feel calm. When you enter a temple or a clean place, your thoughts feel clear. Your environment shapes your energy. So ask yourself, what kind of environment do I spend most of my day in? Is it loud, negative, chaotic, or peaceful, clean, supportive? You don't need to move to the mountains. You can start by cleaning your desk, playing calm music, putting motivational quotes on your wall, avoiding gossip, spending 10 minutes daily in silence. These small changes change your mental environment, and that changes your life. Protect your mind like a temple. Think of your mind like a sacred temple. You wouldn't allow someone to shout inside a temple, throw trash on the floor, paint graffiti on the walls. So why allow that in your mind? You deserve peace. You deserve clarity. You deserve strength. But that begins when you say, I will not allow toxic input in my mind, even if the world finds it normal. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your limits. But your future depends on what you feed your mind today. Every word you hear, every video you watch, every thought you entertain, they are either building your power or draining it. So protect your mind like a garden. Remove the weeds. Plant strong seeds. And water it daily with positivity, truth, and vision. Because the mind is everything. And when your mental environment is pure, your potential becomes unstoppable. Rule 6. Reprogram your subconscious mind. The real power lies beneath. In Rule 5, we learned the importance of protecting your mental environment. Now it's time to go deeper. It's time to enter the hidden world, the world beneath your conscious thoughts. It's called your subconscious mind. And Rule 6 is this: reprogram your subconscious mind, because your life is a reflection of your internal programming. This rule will help you understand why you're stuck, why you repeat the same mistakes, why you feel fear, doubt, or even laziness, even when you're trying hard to succeed. Let's dive in. What is the subconscious mind? Your brain has two parts working all the time. 1. Conscious mind. This is what you use when you're awake, thinking, planning, making decisions. 2. Subconscious mind. This is the part working silently in the background, 24/7. It stores your beliefs, emotions, habits, fears, and past experiences. And here's the shocking part. Almost 95% of your daily behavior is controlled by your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. So even if you consciously want to, wake up early, speak confidently, earn more money, stop negative thoughts, you fail because your subconscious mind is not aligned with your goals. You are being pulled back by old programming. Your brain is like a computer. It runs on code. Think of your subconscious mind like a supercomputer. Whatever code it receives, it will follow it automatically. If your mind was programmed from childhood with messages like, "You're not good enough," "Money is hard to earn," "Life is full of struggle," "You always mess things up," then this becomes the code that runs your behavior. Even if you logically know it's wrong, you can try to be confident or be positive, but your deep inner script will pull you back. That's why people say, "I don't know why I'm like this. I try so hard, but something inside holds me back." Yes, it's your subconscious programming. So if you want a better life, don't just set goals. You must change the code. Let's now see how. The story of Jordan. A boy afraid of speaking. Jordan was a 17-year-old student from Texas. He was intelligent and kind, but he had extreme fear of public speaking. Even in class, he couldn't say a sentence without sweating, stuttering, or freezing. His teachers believed he was lazy or careless. But Jordan wasn't lazy. He was just trapped by a belief planted when he was 6 years old. Back then, he spoke in front of the class once, and one boy laughed. Everyone laughed. From that day, his subconscious mind recorded, "Speaking is dangerous. If I speak, people will laugh. Stay silent equals stay safe." That one experience, that one line of code, became a permanent belief. It controlled him for 11 years, until one day a mentor told him, "Your fear is not real. It's just old programming. Let's rewrite it." They used daily exercises like positive affirmations, visualization, safe speaking environments, hypnosis and relaxation audio, mirror talk. After 90 days, Jordan stood in front of 200 people and gave his first powerful speech. The audience clapped. He smiled. He rewrote his belief. This is the power of reprogramming the subconscious mind. How to reprogram your mind. Step by step. Let's now look at how you can do it. These are simple steps, but you must practice them daily. 1. Identify the old program. Ask yourself, what do I believe about success? What do I believe about money? What do I believe about myself? If you hear thoughts like, "I'm not lucky," "I always fail," "I'm not good enough," then you've found your old code. Write it down. Awareness is the first step to change. 2. Create a new belief. Now write the opposite, positive, and empowering belief. I deserve success. I learn fast and grow daily. I speak with confidence. I attract good people and good luck. Speak it aloud every morning and night. This is not silly. This is repetition-based programming. Just like an athlete trains his muscles, you train your mind. 3. Visualize the new you. Sit quietly for 5 minutes daily. Close your eyes and see yourself, speaking with power, walking with confidence, living your dream life. Feel it. Imagine it. Your subconscious mind believes images and feelings, not just words. Visualization builds a new mental reality, and your body follows. 4. Remove negative inputs. We already discussed this in Rule 5. You can't reprogram your mind while feeding it negativity. Stop watching content that triggers fear, doubt, laziness. Avoid people who say you can't do it. Stop repeating your past stories to others. You're not that person anymore. You are becoming new. 5. Repeat for 30 to 90 days. Don't expect magic in one day. Your old code took years to build. Give yourself at least 30 days of consistent, positive affirmations, visualization, silence, and self-awareness. And you'll begin to see massive shifts. Your mind believes what you tell it. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between real versus imaginary, truth versus repeated lie. So when you tell yourself, "I'm not good at anything," your brain says, "Okay, let's make that true." But when you start saying, "I'm learning every day," "I'm improving," your brain says, "Great, let's act like that's true." Words are commands, so command your brain with power, not weakness. You don't need a new life. You need a new mind. And the greatest change doesn't happen outside you. It happens within. You don't have to stay stuck in fear, failure, doubt, or pain. You are not broken. You are just running on old code, and you have the power to rewrite it. Speak life into your thoughts. Feed your subconscious with confidence. Build new beliefs like muscles. Visualize your success every single day, because your subconscious mind is always listening. And when you reprogram it, nothing can stop you. You'll rise. You'll shine. You'll become unstoppable. Rule 7. Turn thought into action. Build a mindset that moves. So far, you've learned how powerful your mind is. You've seen how beliefs shape your reality, how thoughts influence emotions, and how reprogramming your subconscious creates breakthroughs. But now, we arrive at the final step. A step that separates dreamers from doers, thinkers from achievers, and those who wish from those who win. This is Rule 7. Turn thought into action. Because nothing changes until you move. Let's now unlock this rule, the bridge between your mental world and real world. Your mind creates ideas, but action creates results. You can read 100 books, watch 1,000 motivational videos, repeat 10,000 affirmations. But if you don't take action, your life will not change. Many people fall into the trap of overthinking. What if I fail? What if it doesn't work? I'll do it later. Let me prepare more. But here's the truth. Overthinking is the enemy of action. It feels like planning, but it's actually paralysis. Successful people don't wait for the perfect moment. They start with what they have. They make mistakes, learn, and grow fast because they know. Only action transforms thoughts into achievements. The fear behind inaction. Let's be honest. We don't take action because we are afraid. Afraid of judgment, failure, rejection, looking stupid, losing money or time, being laughed at. But here's the secret. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to act anyway. And the more you act, the less fear controls you. Let's understand this through a powerful real-life story. The story of Brandon, the boy who waited too long. Brandon was a creative and intelligent teenager from Chicago. He had a dream to build a YouTube channel to teach people music. He had the gear, the skills, the ideas, the passion. But he waited. I need better lighting. Let me perfect my intro. What if people don't like it? I'll start next week. That next week became 6 months, then a year. His confidence faded. His spark dimmed. He watched others rise who had started after him. Until one day he saw a beginner YouTuber get 1 million views. The video wasn't perfect, but it was real. It helped people. That was Brandon's turning point. He shot a video that same night. No perfection, no fear. He uploaded it. People loved it. He kept going, one imperfect action after another. Today, Brandon runs a successful channel inspiring thousands to start music. Why? Because he stopped overthinking. He acted. Thought plus action equals transformation. Let's look at this formula. Thought equals possibility. Action equals manifestation. Your dreams live in your mind, but the world only sees your moves. So if you want to change your life, do this. Think, decide, act, learn, repeat. This is the success loop. Every time you complete the loop, you become stronger, smarter, and braver. 5 steps to turn thought into action. Daily. Here's a system you can use every day. 1. Set a clear intention. Every morning, start your day with a question. What is the one thing I will do today that moves me forward? Write it down. Commit to it. This builds clarity and urgency. 2. Break it into a tiny first step. The brain gets overwhelmed by big goals. So ask, what's the smallest action I can take in the next 5 minutes? Examples. Write the title of your blog. Record 10 seconds of your video. Send 1 email. Do 10 push-ups. Speak English aloud for 2 minutes. Tiny actions build momentum. 3. Use the 5-second rule. Whenever you hesitate, count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It short-circuits fear and launches action. Don't wait for motivation. Act first. Motivation follows. 4. Track progress, not perfection. Every night, write down, what did I do today that made me proud? Even small wins count. Don't chase perfection. Chase progress. 5. Celebrate action. Not just results. Don't wait for big outcomes to feel good. Celebrate the act of showing up, of doing, of moving. This rewires your brain to associate action with pleasure. Soon, taking action becomes a habit. Action is the final test of mind power. You can have all the right thoughts, beliefs, affirmations. But in the end, if you don't act, nothing changes. Think of this final rule as the engine of your growth. Every time you act, you build confidence, kill fear, create opportunities, get feedback, get stronger. Inaction keeps you trapped. Action sets you free. Your mind is your most powerful tool. It can imagine, dream, plan, believe, learn. But only when you move, the world changes. So, act before you feel ready. Speak even if your voice shakes. Launch even if it's not perfect. Learn by doing. Grow by trying. Fail forward. Keep going. Because the world belongs to those who act. The universe rewards movement. So be the person who doesn't just dream. Be the person who does. The one who says, I will not wait. I will act. I will build my destiny. That's what makes you unstoppable. If these 7 rules touched your heart and opened your mind, then don't keep this power to yourself. Like this video if you believe your mind can shape your destiny. Share this with someone who needs a push to break free. Subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content every single week. Remember, you're not weak. You're not stuck. You're just one decision away from becoming unstoppable. And that journey begins right now.